Just ahead on CTV News.
A major theme park in Prince George's County is closing its doors. Coming up, we'll bring you more details about how much longer it plans to stay open.
Plus, the council chair is teaming up with a county legend to talk mental health. And is Governor Moore running for president? Those stories and more on CTV News starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for May 2nd. I'm Katara Jones.
And I'm Mariah Jalad. Thanks for joining us. Well, a beloved local attraction and major economic driver in Prince George's County is shutting down.
Tonight, community members and local officials are reacting to the news. Our Michaela Newton has the story.
Prince George's County is taking yet another economic hit as Six Flags just announced its Maryland location is closing its doors.
I'm a little upset because now I'm thinking about what I'm going to do for the summer.
This week, the company announced that Six Flags America and its Hurricane Harbor's final day will be Sunday, November 2nd. The theme park employs approximately 70 full-time associates.
This was summer jobs for a lot of our youth. This was a home for a lot of people.
I'm here to get a job.
Zachary Lee Kreider says he's here to apply to a job. He's just now finding out that Six Flags is planning to close this location.
It's pretty sad. I feel like it's going to be a fun season, though, so I'm just starting to work here.
This comes after the Commanders reached a deal to move the team to the RFK Stadium site in D.C. The relocation of the FBI headquarters is still up in the air, and the county is still trying to close a major budget gap.
We did not see this coming. Some people might mention the Commanders, but for us, this was a complete surprise.
In a statement from Acting County Executive Tara Jackson, she says, quote, "We are saddened by the announcement that Six Flags America and Hurricane Harbor will permanently close after the 2025 season. For decades, Six Flags has been more than just a theme park. It is a cherished part of our county's identity, a source of joy for families, and a hub of economic activity." She went on to say, "We are committed to working closely with Six Flags and other stakeholders to guide a thoughtful and inclusive redevelopment process that supports jobs, growth, and long-term community benefit."
Well, it was our first time coming to Six Flags, so we were just kind of coming to explore.
It is a disappointment, but it's an opportunity.
The company says all 2025 season passes and tickets will be honored throughout the remainder of the season. In Bowie, Michaela Newton for CTV News.
And it's important to note that the company did not go into detail about why they were closing the location.
That they only stated that the location was not a, quote, strategic fit for the company's long-term growth plan. Prince George's police are looking for 2 students involved in bringing a loaded gun to Wise High School yesterday. An investigation shows school security saw 2 10th grade males, one 16, the other 17, exchange a black book bag. Security then checked the bag, found the loaded firearm, and both students fled school grounds. The high school has a clear book bag policy. Police have obtained arrest warrants for both students who will be charged as adults.
Meanwhile, Academy Award nominated actress Taraji P. Henson is teaming up with County Council Chair Edward Burrows for a youth mental health symposium. This Saturday, Henson, who is a mental health advocate, will return to her alma mater, Oxon Hill High School. Data shows nearly a fifth of county students have struggled with thoughts of suicide, but many say they're not comfortable discussing those feelings with a counselor. The Can We Talk Youth Mental Health Symposium features non-traditional forms of therapy.
Hip-hop therapy, poetry therapy, plant therapy, yoga therapy. We're approaching this from a fun, exciting, recreationally based methods of therapy. Our goal is to, like I said, approach this from a fun way that our young people would enjoy participating in.
This event is open to middle and high school students in the county and their families. To register, visit BorisLHensonFoundation.org.
New details have emerged about the mid-air crash that killed 67 people at Reagan National Airport back in January. We now know that the pilot operating the Black Hawk helicopter ignored direction from her instructor moments before the crash. Seconds before the collision, Captain Rebecca Lobach was instructed to make a left turn by Chief Warrant Officer 2 Andrew Eves, who was also on board. However, Lobach did not make that turn. Communication failure between the helicopter and traffic controller also contributed to the collision, as well as the Black Hawk operating at 100 feet above its permanent limit. The U.S. Justice Department is considering reclassifying marijuana from a Schedule I to a Schedule III drug. This could mean big savings for cannabis businesses in Maryland, as they would now be eligible for tax deductions. The move would also allow funding for cannabis research in the state to grow immediately. The move, however, would not federally legalize the recreational use of marijuana in the United States.
And Governor Wes Moore has some competition in the upcoming 2026 Democratic gubernatorial primary. Former bank executive and current owner of the Baltimore Blast, Ed Hale Sr., says he will be filing as a candidate. The 78-year-old previously served as the CEO of First Mariner Bank before retiring in 2011. Hale says his motivation to run surrounds taxes and job loss in the state. Additionally, Hale says he believes Moore will run for president in 2028 and has a chance of winning, but Moore has denied any plans to do so.
A late-night executive order from President Trump has public media in the crosshairs. The order strips federal funding from NPR and PBS, a move the White House calls will end what it calls, quote, radical woke propaganda at taxpayer expense. Trump says the media landscape no longer needs publicly funded news outlets. PBS and NPR fired back, calling the order unlawful and a direct threat to their mission, especially in rural areas where public media is a lifeline. The order could face legal challenges, and Congress may still have the final say. You're watching CTV News. I'm Katira Jones.
And I'm Mariah Jalad. Still to come, one local city is getting ready for a big celebration.
We share which city and what's the occasion when we come back.
We are the nation's largest integrated healthcare system, providing life-changing care to over 9 million veterans.
Our hands are busy, competent, skilled, healing, helping, and friendly. A place where diverse teams come together hand in hand to provide full patient-centered care. Working in state-of-the-art facilities with influential leaders in healthcare, all with a single goal in mind: to help veterans heal, recover, and get their lives back. In a place where everyone plays a part, and where your efforts are truly appreciated. A place so innovative and forward-thinking that we're rebuilding hands, and where even robots lend a hand.
Join hands with us. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Hi, I'm the Big C. Hey, look at this beautiful couple. I knew as soon as I said that, I was like, don't say it, don't assume. Did you know more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour?
Oh, man.
It's a bummer, but the good news is skin cancer is a cancer you can see, so you can go get checked. You can check each other regularly, make it romantic. Turns out I'm a matchmaking mirror. You're welcome. Love might be in the air.
Welcome back. Prince George's police are investigating a fatal shooting in Landover late Thursday night. Patrol officers on the scene heard gunshots shortly after 11. They then located 30-year-old James Kibler, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds outside of the 8100 block of Allendale Drive. The victim was rushed to the hospital where he later died. A $25,000 reward is being offered for any information leading to an arrest or indictment in this case.
Prince George's police have arrested a College Park man connected to shooting his girlfriend. Police have identified 32-year-old Rodrigo Palma. Montgomery County Police were notified last Sunday of 24-year-old Brianna Burton, who was shot and dropped off at an emergency room in Silver Spring. Burton died a short time later. Investigation reveals that the shooting occurred in Prince George's. Palma faces first and second-degree murder charges. Anyone with information about this case is asked to contact police at 301-516-2512.
And dozens of Prince George's public schools are renewing their commitment to the environment by confirming their Maryland Green Schools status. 27 schools renewed their award through the state Green Schools program, and 5 earned it for the first time this year. The environmental education program promotes hands-on learning, fosters environmental awareness, and supports sustainable practices. 154 PGCPS schools have earned the award. That's the highest number in the state.
Pepco is flipping the switch not just on power, but on opportunity. Yesterday, the utility company hosted its first ever Career Resource and Energy Education Showcase at the University of the District of Columbia, bringing together employers, nonprofits, and government agencies to support residents impacted by recent layoffs. Job seekers connected with recruiters, sharpened their interview skills, and got help navigating energy assistance programs.
We have partnered with local employers, so we are here to literally be able to provide job opportunities for our customers. 2, we're also providing career resource, so whether that's interviewing skills, resume writing skills. If you're an individual that unfortunately are impacted, have been in jobs for 10, 15, 20 years and maybe have not had to interview. So we have our HR professionals on site conducting mock interviews and also reviewing resumes and being able to provide information and tips on how someone can boost up their resume. And then 3, very important, is also we have our energy assistance team that's on site.
The showcase is part of Pepco's broader workforce development push, including training partnerships with local organizations and programs preparing residents for careers in the energy sector.
And the Prince George's County Planning Department recognized its 2025 Neighborhood Planning Academy graduates. Graduates were selected to take a 7-week program all about county planning. Department Director Lakeisha Hall says participants got hands-on lessons in county development. Courses included a history of Prince George's County and building healthy and sustainable communities. Graduates also presented their capstone projects. And ladies of Prince George's County, set your calendars for May 5th because the 15th Prince George's Women's Conference and Community Leaders Awards is coming. The event will be held at Bowie State Conference Center, where attendees will get to see different panels like Achieving Balance and Unlocking Success. Co-founder and president Stephanie James says this event is for women interested in all aspects of business.
You have the opportunity to engage with people, have real conversations with people that have already been there. So it's not something you can Google. It's not about a book you can read. It's about a conversation that you will have because you will have a quality connection with other business owners. We have 4 signature events per year, and we look forward to spreading our education, our wealth, our knowledge, our connections throughout Prince George's County.
The stage is beginning to get set as a local municipality in District 7 is gearing up to host a big celebration this weekend. The city of Seat Pleasant is bringing back Seat Pleasant Day, which will take place tomorrow, May 3rd. The all-day celebration will kick off at City Hall beginning at 9:30 a.m. with a parade featuring the marching bands from Charles Flowers and Central High Schools. The parade will then end at Goodwin Park, where the festivities will continue with family-friendly activities, including live music, food, games, and even a moon bounce. City officials say this will be the first Seat Pleasant Day since 2019.
What I'm really excited about, though, is our innovation zone and our green city. And those are two activities to really kind of highlight the city's theme of being a smart city of excellence. So our theme for Seat Pleasant Day is empowered by innovation, driven by community, right? So our innovation zone will be activations of partners that do things like smart cars. Prince George's County Department of Public Works will be here to talk more about their Vision Zero program, which has to do with bike and pedestrian safety.
The event is free and open to the public. For more details, visit seatpleasantmd.gov. Still to come on CTV News, it's time to get fit and focused.
Bryce and Darian are back in the gym with more. Bryce?
Fit and Focus family, we're back with another workout at Profusion Gym here in Upper Marlboro with Darian from Vivid Studios. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
We hear the stories of people forced to abandon their home. The stories of people whose dreams have been swept away, or their lives left hanging by a thread. Or whose worlds have been blasted apart. Although the stories repeat themselves, each person's experience is unique as they are. And whether it's care or community that people need, we're here to help them live a new chapter, to embrace what makes them unique, be a lifeline to the most vulnerable.
Out! Out! Everybody out! Come on!
Good job. Under 2 minutes.
Keep your loved ones safe from home fires. Practice a 2-minute drill until it's part of your routine. And test your smoke alarms monthly.
In America, millions of families are facing hunger. After rent and power, I can get groceries. It's sad to say food comes last. Anna from Texas. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back. Check your kitchen pantry and freezer as the U.S. Department of Agriculture issues 2 separate public health alerts. The first alert impacts ground beef products that were sold by Bismillah Halal Meats, a retail market based in Georgia. USDA says E. coli was discovered in the ground beef that was produced and sold from April 10th to the 23rd. Another alert was issued for potato chip products that contain pork crackling that was imported from Colombia. Officials say the potato chips were imported from August 2024 to March 2025. Both products are no longer being sold in stores.
And with warmer days ahead, a new warning about what's polluting your backyard. As Air Quality Awareness Week kicks off May 5th through the 9th, Clean Air Partners is sounding the alarm in D.C. and Baltimore. Everyday summer habits like mowing the lawn, spraying pesticides, and even charcoal grilling are pumping pollutants into the air. Experts say 1 hour with a gas mower pollutes as much as driving from D.C. to Cleveland. The campaign pushes simple fixes: go electric, mow on low ozone days, and ditch the aerosols. And it's time for our pet of the week. Meet Ben and Licorice, a perfect pair of black domestic short-hair cats. Ben is 12 and Licorice is 13.
They've been catnapping at the shelter since April 8th. Animal management says they are ready to leap into a forever home and bring plenty of furry love along for the ride.
great boys. They're very calm and very chill. They're looking for a new home. We are trying to keep them together as they are a bonded pair. We have not had any behavioral issues with them, so definitely I do hope that somebody comes in and adopts them both. With our Empty the Shelter event, they are only going to be $50 for both of them, and neither one has any health concerns. We've already tested them, and they tested negative for heartworm, feline leukemia, and FIV, and they are ready to go home with a new family today. So definitely, if anybody wants to come in and meet them, they're here and ready to relax in your home.
If you would like to adopt Ben and Licorice or any of their furry friends, call Animal Management at 301-780-7200.
All right, if you're trying to get in the gym but you don't know where to start,
Bryce and Darian have you covered with another segment of Fit and Focused.
Fit and Focus family, we're back with another episode of your favorite segment on CTV News, and we're back at Profusion Gym here in Upper Marlboro with Darian from ViFit Studios. She has a great leg workout that we can do with dumbbells. So Darian, take us away.
All right, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna do some quads today. I'm so excited. So we're gonna start with one of my favorite goblet squats. We're gonna grab our dumbbell, just one for right now. You're gonna place it in your hand, cup it here. Your heels are gonna be placed on top of a any type of elevation here. So we're using a plate for right now. So you're gonna go down, you're gonna try to keep your knees together, and you're going to use your thighs to go all the way down and come all the way up. Now, what we don't wanna do is when we go down, we don't wanna use our butt to come up and do a little scoop like that. We don't wanna do that, right? So we wanna go straight down and straight up.
Almost like you're drawing like a line with your back.
Exactly,
sure
yep.
Everything is
right. Keep those shoulders right over top of your hips. Very good.
And you don't want to hunch over like with your chest or anything like that.
No, you want to stay, so yeah, exactly. You want to stay straight up and down. Yep, and just let the quads do the work for you. Yep. And by holding this weight, we're adding a little bit more resistance. Yep, good job. We're gonna do 2 more. 2. And last one. Up. Good job.
Thank you. All right, so what's next?
All right, so now we're going to place this down. We're going to get on top of our plate here, and we're going to do some jump squats, okay? Just ins and outs, okay? This is really good for cardio if you're trying to do any type of weight loss. So we're going to start here. We're going to jump out into a squat. Jump back on, squat again.
Oh, squat again.
Yep, back out and back in. Back out and back in. Good job, and keep going. Yep.
This feels like a HIIT workout.
It pretty much is, yes. This is burning some really good calories for you. Yep, and you can also do this on a timer to see how many you could get in and how much time. Yep, 3, good. 2, last one. Woo!
All right, yeah, I'm starting to feel the burn a little bit.
Yes,
all right,
absolutely.
What do you have for us now?
All right, last and final one, we have some lunges, okay? So we're gonna grab 2 of our dumbbells. Very good. Feet together. We're gonna step forward. Big stride, drop our knee. Come up, step together. Good, the other side. Forward, down, come up, step together. Good job. Keep going. Yep, and back. Good job.
And so what's one of the focuses that you wanna make sure you're doing it right on this one?
You wanna make sure that your legs are in a 90-degree angle each time. So you want to take your time with that. Use your core and make sure you're standing up nice and tall as you come up. Keep going. 3, good. 2, and 1.
Right.
Excellent job.
Darian, thank you so much for another amazing workout.
Absolutely.
And thank you to Profusion Gym in Upper Marlboro for giving us another opportunity to work out. You can find Darian at ViFit Studios on Instagram and TikTok, and you can find anything that you missed on our YouTube channel. Make sure you stay fit and focused in 2025.
Now, Mariah, I love that these workouts, you can do them at home. You don't even have to go to a gym.
Right. If you have that really busy schedule, you can't always make it out there. You just need the equipment, and you can get into shape just at home.
I love it. And don't go away just yet.
Yep. Simon Buggs is here with our Friday Sports page. Simon.
Hey there, sports fans, and coming up on your Friday Sports page, highlights from the Flowers versus Parkdale boys lacrosse game yesterday, and UMD men's basketball coach Buzz Williams announced the signings of 4 players. Stay tuned.
wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. That you can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
All right, everybody, it's time for your Friday sports page. Now, there was some lacrosse action over in Springfield yesterday as the Flowers High School boys team took on Parkdale. Beginning with the first quarter, both teams got off to a good start defensively as plays like these two saves from both teams' goalies made it tough for each other to score. But eventually, Flowers was able to break through as after another save from the Panthers goalie, Abdul Mateen Hamza said, "I'm leaving here with something," as he was able to score his team's first goal over a crowd of Panthers. And Flowers went into the second up 1-0 on Parkdale. The Jaguars offense really began to cook in the second quarter as the team scored 5 goals to go into halftime up 6-0 on the Panthers. Moving on to the third quarter, it took a while, but Parkdale was finally able to score their first goal of the matchup, and that will be the only goal they scored in the quarter. Flowers continued to pour it on, scoring 6 more goals to go into the fourth quarter up 12-1 on the Panthers. And in the end, the Jaguars came out on top, winning the game 16-3. Moving on to college hoops, the Maryland men's basketball team has announced the signings of 4 new players. First up, we have guard Andre Mills. Mills is a walking bucket as he averaged 30 points his senior year in high school, which was enough to earn him Player of the Year honors from the New England Preparatory School Athletic Council. Mills redshirted at Texas A&M under current head coach Buzz Williams last season. Next, we have George Turkson Jr. Turkson is also an NEPASC honoree, scoring over 1,000 points at his high school, Bradford Christian Academy, and was named to the All-New England Basketball League. Forward Pharrell Payne is also another name to watch out for this season. Payne joins Williams after playing under him during his tenure at Texas A&M. And during his time in College Station, Payne put up 10 points, 5 boards, and a block per game. Finally, we have another forward in Solomon Washington. Washington is another player making the transition from College Station to College Park. And with the Aggies, the New Orleans native put up 5 points, 5 boards, and a block per game. Man, I can't wait to see what this group does in a Terps uniform. Sticking with Terps sports news, congratulations to the school's men's lacrosse team for advancing to the Big Ten title game. Maryland took down Penn State yesterday 10-8 to advance. The Terps will take on Ohio State in the big game tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Good luck, guys. And speaking of Ohio, the Washington Nationals will be in the Buckeye State tonight, taking on the Cincinnati Reds. The game begins at 6:10. And that wraps up your Friday sports page. Have a great weekend, y'all.
All right, thanks, Simon. Now let's take a look at our 3-day weather forecast.
Tonight, scattered rain and thunderstorms with lows hitting 66. And for the weekend into Monday, all I can say is when it rains, it pours.
That's right, Katera. Those April showers are still rolling into May. Saturday, we have a high of 66. Sunday, a high of 77. And Monday, a high of 75.
And for our community calendar, join the county's Office of Community Relations for Brunch Out Loud, a pride celebration.
Enjoy a panel discussion on building connections within the LGBTQ+ community across generations, along with food and raffle prizes. This event is happening tomorrow, May 3rd, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the location on your screen.
Now, seating is limited, so for more information, call 301-952-4729.
And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you again on Monday. Good night.